Hello, and welcome back to the channel. The thing about playing with effects is I'm not going to know how it sounds until after the video's recorded and I'm editing it. But isn't that fun? Welcome back. It's me, that guy, reacting to yet again another video. I don't know about you, but I don't want people fondling my footsies. They're locked up in their shoes for a reason. These tootsies aren't for free. But what happens when a foot fondler, so-called, is left out to roam the streets, left to his own vices, to do whatever he wants? That's what we're looking at today. Today, we've got a video from Ewu Body Cam. Ewu stands for Explore With Us, as someone in the comments pointed out. But yeah, today we're looking at Foot Fondler Gets Caught in Front of His Dad. Now, when I saw this title, boy howdy, I saw this title and I immediately thought, I need to watch this because the title is just bad. I can't imagine it getting worse than that. Where is this gonna go? I just had to know, so I figured I'm gonna take you along with me. So make sure to like and subscribe because I'm dropping one of these every Monday and Friday, and also have a gaming channel, so check that out. But without further ado, what the fuck is this about?
We're going from looking at feet, looking at shoes, stealing some shoes, and now we're touching people and breaking into their rooms.
Okay, so off rip, it seems like the foot fondling stuff is just a gateway. It seems like this guy, he's got some stuff going on, but okay, sure. So he starts with feet fondling and it only escalates from there. That's not a good sign. That's not good.
The big thing that I got going on, it's like a foot fetish, you want to call it.
So entering their rooms and touching their feet and legs, that's this step. What would be the next step after that?
He's breaking into people's homes and touching their feet while they sleep and rubbing their icy. So this guy doesn't just have a foot fetish, he has a foot fatuation. There's nothing wrong with being into feet. Some feet are pretty, I'll admit it. There are some pretty feet out there. Not enough to make me break into someone's home and start rubbing them while they sleep. This dude's freaky as hell.
What started out as a burglary turned into a nightmare for multiple women on what should have been a relaxing 4th of July weekend.
And of course he's only harassing the women. He can't even find it in himself to like men's feet. Shame on him. You shouldn't discriminate. If you're gonna like feet, you shouldn't discriminate against feet. Feet don't have genitals, people.
A resort nestled on the coast of Lake Tahoe, Nevada, became the center of this bizarre crime spree during the nights of June 30th and July 3rd, 2022. The events earned the assailant the nickname Foot Fondler. The escalating nature of his crimes leaves investigators asking, what drove him to commit these strange acts?
I think horniness. I'm no expert. Look, I'm no expert, especially in feetology, okay? But if I had to take a wild guess, a shot in the dark, if you will, I'm gonna go ahead and say this dude was horny as fuck for feet. So he decided he was gonna let nothing stand in his way. Stand in his way.
And what was he planning to do next?
I don't know why I would do it. It was really stupid.
Do you think you'll be able to stop?
It's August 1st in the residential neighborhood of Atwater, California, where two investigators
West
with
Coast,
the Douglas
okay.
County Sheriff's Office have traveled over 200 miles to serve a fugitive warrant.
Wait. They traveled over 200 miles to arrest this guy, which means this didn't even happen. Well, it could have still happened in California, but it didn't happen here. He's not like on the spot getting arrested for this. This is something that happened and then they investigated it and then they found him. So he basically got away with like harassing all these women's feet and the women attached to them. He basically got away with that for who knows how long. These streets aren't safe. The foot fondler's coming to get you. Sleep under the covers tonight because if you leave even a single piggy out, he'll get you.
Nearly a month after the incidents that terrorized the residents of Lake Tahoe, the investigators prepare to question 26-year-old Mark Anthony Gonzalez, leading to an unusual conversation with disturbing insights and jaw-dropping revelations. The following footage has never been seen before.
Are you Mark?
Yes.
Hi, Mark. I'm Detective Jenkins.
That's Mark.
I'm with partner Detective Schultz.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
Would you please come back to our Jeep?
Pleasure. Good morning.
We're going to walk this way.
The funny thing here is they know why they're gonna arrest him and they shake his hand anyway. These officers know exactly what they're up against and they're like, we're gonna play along, we're gonna shake his hand, make him think that we're not on to him, and then when he least expect it, bam. So knowing what this guy is capable of, I'm surprised they were willing to shake his hand because who knows who the last feet this guy fondled. And feet have been everywhere, so they could have caught something.
So, Mark, the reason why we're here I'd like to chat with you a little bit about your family vacation to Tahoe around the 4th of July.
Okay.
My God, somebody shut those dogs up. I'm trying to react over here.
Can you tell me a little bit about your vacation?
We just went over there to, have a good time 4th of July weekend. We just went over there to, we normally go every year, 4th of July. We went boating and just things like that. Wanted to have a good time. That's it. Nothing too big.
Okay, so the crimes occurred while this man was on vacation with his family. So that's probably why they're not in this same area that this stuff happened. That they probably why they had to travel like 200 miles, right? That makes sense. Do you think he even remembers doing it? Obviously, probably he still remembers. He probably dreams about the feet that he fucking rubbed that night. But do you think he, like, specifically when the cops pulled up, do you think he was immediately thinking, oh shit, they're here for me, they know that I'm the foot fondler? Or do you think he was just confused and now it's like rushing into his mind that he's remembering, oh yeah, I broke into people's homes and fondled their feet, shit, they caught me? Either way, he's going to jail, but I'm just saying he might have thought he got away with it until now.
The officer is well aware that Mark's definition of a good time goes beyond boating on the lake. But before she confronts him with what she knows, she first informs him of his Miranda rights. But Mark chooses to be anything but silent.
So I'd like to talk to you about
Interesting.
some of your activities while you were up in Lake Tahoe.
Okay.
Okay. Specifically the rooms that you went into of the women and touching their feet.
Got him. It's still jarring to hear that.
This is your one opportunity to be straightforward with me.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that it was you because you left your fingerprints behind.
Wait, he left the fingerprints behind. Did they scan the feet of the people who he assaulted to get his fingerprints, or did he just touch shit while he was in their apartment? I'd like to imagine that they brought in all of the victims, they lined them up, and they were like, all right, whip them out, and they whipped out their toesies, and then they took like a scanner of some sort that scans for fingerprints, and they just wiped over the lineup, and they were like, these all match, we got them, and then they turned in the evidence. I doubt that's how it happened. I like to imagine that's how that happened.
According to victim statements, on the nights of July 2nd and 3rd, Mark entered 2 separate rooms at the resort through unlocked sliding glass doors. One woman described waking up as her blankets were being lifted from her body.
Ooh, that made me cringe. Cause you know how there's that stereotype of, everybody sleeps under the blankets to like, what the fuck, Siri? Fuck asked you to be here. Get out of here. No one cares about you, Siri. You're useless. I'm sorry you had to see that. But anyway, you know how people sleep under the blankets and they're like, I'm protected down under here. No one can get me. It's like, no, that's not true. He was lifting the blankets off. That's terrifying. Waking up to that must have been terrifying. What does this say? July 3rd, 2023, between 3:45 and 400 hours, Sharon was asleep in her room at the Wyndham Resort. Room 3. When she was woken from her sleep, she felt something brush alongside of her. Sharon thought it was one of her children until she felt the blanket covering her feet at the end of the bed lift and she sat up. Sharon stated when she sat up, she saw a shadowy figure crawl back toward the rear sliding door of the unit. Sharon reported the figure stood up and backed out of the door, leaving the area. Come on, man. What the fuck are we doing? You're breaking into women's rooms just to fucking sniff their toes. You fucking loser. Jesus Christ. This is terrifying. And this is just one person's statement. Oh, there's other statements here. There's two. Oh, let's see what these other two are at least. At approximately 4:45 hours, actress was sleeping in a room at the Wyndham Resort located wherever, Bedford Cove, Nevada, next to her husband. Her husband, Blank, dead, and their son was asleep in an adjoining room. She was wakened from her sleep by somebody rubbing her legs and feet from the end of her bed fully, so she woke up and realized it was not her husband and nudged him to wake him up. Blank reported she could not clearly see the person rubbing her legs, only felt him. Reported she could see the shadowy figure crouched down on the floor, woke up, and ran after the male as he ran from their room. They spoke to deputies and told them after woke him up, he sat up and saw the shadow of a person in the south end of the bed. Reported yell, "What the fuck?" and jumped out of the bed. Appropriate response. Reported the unknown person ran out of the room and chased after him. Stated the male ran out through the sliding door and lost sight of him after that. So this dude is a serial foot fondler. Like, for real. They weren't kidding when they gave him that name. This dude is doing this shit all the time. And it seems like he was only comfortable doing this because he was on vacation and he's not from the area. So he figured he could do it and then leave it behind him. As if these people wouldn't file a police report. As if cameras don't exist. As if people would just be okay with this happening. As if these ladies wake up and they're like, oh shit, there's a guy fondling my feet. And he's gone now. Nah, you basically assaulted these women. Some of them in front of their families, dude. What the fuck? I hope you go to jail.
The officers will soon confront Mark with more disturbing details from these incidents.
There's more?
They continue to question him about his deranged motive.
So I don't understand why you did those things. I'm trying to understand. I've never met you. I don't know anything about you.
Yeah.
So can you kind of explain it to me?
Just out of dumbness. I don't know why I would do it. It was really stupid.
Well, and I'm sure you can appreciate 4th of July. There's a ton of women up there. Why those rooms? Why did you go into those rooms?
Every room looks the same. It was out of dumbness that I did it, and I don't know why I would do it. Just a stupid thing.
Theory: were these women sleeping with their feet out already? Because I can't understand anything he's doing. This guy is deranged. Holy fucking shit. But if I were to try to put myself in his shoes, walking past a bunch of rooms, maybe, and you see people sleeping with their toesies out, and you're like, damn, that's a sexy pair of foots right there. Holy shit, I gotta give me a piece of that. Honestly, that's the better case scenario, because the other thing that I'm thinking of is that he saw these women before. He saw them during the day, and then he clocked them, and he clocked their feet, and then he basically stalked them back to their rooms so that he could get a closer look and sniff at their feet. Both are not good, but I think that the randomness of the first option is a little bit less scary, to be honest. It's terrifying, but I'd rather this had been done at random than him targeting these women. I'd rather him not be doing this at all. I'd rather him not have done this at all. But at this point, I'm just spitballing, okay?
Yeah.
How did you get into the rooms? I mean, how did you just, I guess, pick the room or decide?
Well,
what
because
room?
every room looks the same. I honestly did think they were like the rooms that I was supposed to come back into, but they all look in that resort like they're all the same room and stuff. But I just went in just through the back.
Mark can't seem to decide whether he entered their rooms by mistake or if he had a more nefarious purpose. Thankfully, the officer gives no attention to his excuse.
Either way, I mean, it doesn't matter whether or not he was intentionally in there, whether or not he mistakenly was in there. He was still in another person's fucking room, fondling their feet. It's so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. Foot fetishist, this guy's putting you guys back like at least 10 years. I don't know. He's making y'all look like some real degenerates right now.
The ladies explained to me that you were rubbing their legs and their feet. What's the deal with that?
Just a dumb thing that I have. It's like a little fetish thing that I got going on.
I don't know you, so
It's
explain
dumb.
it to me. Just explain it to me. No judgment.
Yeah.
No zero
Well,
judgment.
No, there's 100% judgment. No, lady. No. I'm all the judgment. I'm nothing but judgment. I'm judge over here.
Like a big thing that I got going on. It's like like a foot fetish, you want to call it.
Okay.
And it's stupid.
No. Foot fetishists, I got you. It's not stupid, okay? Assaulting people, that's stupid.
I know, it's-
Have you done anything like this before?
No.
Mark is quick to deny it, but as it will soon be revealed, this isn't the first time his self-described foot fetish would land him in hot water with the police. For now, the officer attempts to
Interesting.
figure out his state of mind and learn something that may suggest Mark's crimes are escalating.
What was
Oh, God.
the draw, or what was exciting about it for you? Was it the feet themselves? Was it the excitement of the I shouldn't be doing this? What was the deal with that?
Honestly, I really don't know. It's just like wanting to go the next step, you know? Like,
Yeah.
just, I don't know.
The next step. What's the step before breaking into people's homes and sniffing their toesies? I just can't. What is this guy talking about? At least he's not denying it. He's not giving these officers a hard time or anything. This is just fucked. What is possibly the next step? What does that mean?
Just like
I hear you say that you have
things,
a foot fetish. Okay, what
Yeah.
kind of stuff do you watch?
just like
Now's not the time.
just random,
Like
stuff
regular,
that.
or is there like I don't know?
It's
Is
just,
there like
it's just
foot-
regular.
This officer is this her first day? Come on now. There's porn of all kinds. That's a story for another time. But she should know that there's foot porn, right? There's porn of everything. At this point, we're living in the years of our Lord and Savior 2025. If you truly in your heart of hearts think that there's no other porn except the porn you see, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't know what to tell you.
Well, there is, but I just normally just do the regular.
Have you ever done anything like that, like stolen shoes, taken shoes,
No,
anything
no.
like that?
I bought in shoes from women and
Women's
stuff, like
shoes.
online and all that.
Okay, so then why couldn't you do that again instead of, breaking into their homes? I guess that's the next step. The next step that he meant. He went from buying shoes and asking women to not doing that and assaulting people. So, okay, that answers that question.
The officer isn't simply making an educated guess about his activities. While she's keeping her awareness of Mark's history close to the vest for now, she'll soon explain what she knows about the case in shocking detail.
Please reveal it, because we're in the dark right now. But apparently this officer knows so much more. And at this point, it's going to be a bombshell either way. So look, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Go, SpongeBob!
In the meantime, as Officer Jenkins continues to question Mark, Officer Schultz decides to call in for backup to prevent an uncomfortable situation from unfolding when a family member begins watching the encounter from a distance.
Hey, could you ask a unit to meet us over here?
Fair enough.
We're going to be doing that here shortly. So we just, like for black and white, we got a family member that's out here just for a cover for us.
See, I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea why I would do that. It's just like a thing that I have going on, and I know it's not the right thing, but I don't know.
Let me translate that for you. So he knew what he was doing in the moment that he was doing it. He knew he was doing wrong. He didn't think he would get caught. And now that he's caught, I don't even know what to say. You caught me. GG. No, but now that he's been caught, I feel like he's kind of accepted that there's nothing he can say to justify the situation, which is true.
Have you spoken with someone about?
I've spoken to a therapist, but like,
What have you
it's
learned?
been a while.
Okay.
Yeah. Blame mental
I
illness.
try to cope with it. Wear a little, wristband and stuff to kind of cope with that situation.
Wristband? What the fuck is a wristband gonna do for a foot fetishist? Your wrist is on your arm.
While the use of a wristband is a documented tactic used by some psychologists to mitigate unwanted behaviors, it's interesting to note that Mark does not appear to be wearing one.
Womp, womp, womp. Got him. Debunked immediately. Get wrecked, bozo.
When you say you wear a wristband to like,
Well, just like if I do get into that stage, I'll normally, try to wear it, and it'll snap me out of things doing.
Buddy, you're far past that stage. That's probably why he's here, because he stopped wearing it. He stopped wearing his inhibitor ring like Shadow the Hedgehog, and it released the predator within.
Weird things like that. And
have you been doing weird things like that for some time?
no, just watching. Like I said, watching just kind of copes with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
See what to deal with it.
Yeah.
How long have you had the foot fetish?
Right here.
Honestly, like more than 7 years.
Okay.
It's been a
And
while.
how old are you? 26, right?
26.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro was 19 years old. I don't believe that for a fucking second. You had that shit since you were at least 12. That's probably like the first porn you ever watched was feet. Let's be real here, but we'll go with his story, I guess, for now.
Before you were an adult.
Yeah.
How did you, I guess
people just like have their own thing, Like,
Yeah.
I guess
what's
that's
the
how
first time that you remember having like a thing?
I'm sorry, how is any of this relevant to him doing what he did? He's still assault. It doesn't matter that he has a thing for feet. It doesn't matter if he says that he was doing it for a foot fetish. Even if he was in there for no reason, it's still assault. So this conversation is pretty much useless.
Like, how did you discover it?
I honestly have no idea. I think I might have seen something that I liked during watching something like that, and it stuck with me
Just
for,
stuck with you.
for a while. Yeah, it just never went away.
That's how all things work. That's how attraction works. Like, whatever, anyway.
After gaining some insights into Mark's compulsions, the officer circles back to the incident that brought them to his front door and refers to an earlier statement he made that has some deeply unsettling implications.
You know that you have this foot fetish, and then this was because you wanted to, I think you said, take the next step.
Yeah.
So entering their rooms and touching their feet and legs, that's this step. What would be the next step after that?
Well, I mean, I'm not too sure. Just
That's a good question, officer. I never really thought I'd get this far. I guess I'm gonna sexually assault them. You're right. That wasn't her idea, but you get that's basically, I feel like that's damn near the next step, right? I mean, touching and rubbing up on their feet is already sexual assault. So, I mean, the next step is just, unfortunately,
something going on with like
Was there more that you were wanting to do that you didn't?
No.
I mean,
Please forgive the personal nature of my questions, and I know it might be awkward talking to a female. If you prefer to talk to me,
it's fine.
I appreciate your honesty.
yeah. I know you probably just see a walking pair of tits right now, but if I need you to be really serious. He seems to be taking this seriously. Who knows? Maybe he literally is seeing like a foot right now. Maybe her face is just a foot to him.
No matter what we talk about, zero judgment. Okay, we all have our stuff, right? When you were in the rooms with the women, there was some thought that perhaps you were
Why? I knew it would get worse, but I didn't think it could get this worse. I should have seen that coming. So yeah, it's basically sexual assault.
in the women's rooms,
No, just watching, touching.
watching, touching
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, touching yourself.
Buddy, that's called masturbating. No, I wasn't masturbating. I was just touching their feet and then touching my dick. It's not masturbating, okay? I didn't come.
No, just watching them.
Watching that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
right.
Mark struggles to get his story straight, and the officer isn't buying it.
I ain't buying it either.
To be honest with you, like I just went in there and just like had done this, just
So he was just looking for some feetsies, you know. He didn't care who was on the other end of them feet. He was just looking for them dogs.
The part where let's just be honest with each other, okay? I don't think that you went into a random room. I don't think that you're into guys' feet.
No.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think you're
Of course not, he says.
into guys' feet.
Yeah.
So I think that you probably knew that it was a woman, and I'm not judging you, okay?
Actually,
But
I am. Fuck you.
It was so dark. I didn't.
so did you just randomly start checking doors and find one that's unlocked, or what? How many times do you recall doing that? Obviously, I know the answer, but I'm going to see if you can be honest with me. How many times do you recall doing that? Going into a woman's room, rubbing her feet and her legs, or trying to.
This is the only first time
Are you sure about that? I have a feeling. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna make a guess. I'm gonna put out a number. Let's go with, this will be number 5 for him. I'm gonna guess.
time I've done it like
Right.
there.
Mark's heavy emphasis on the word there is troubling to say the least, and
Yep.
begs the question, was it really his first time?
When you
Nope.
were up in Tahoe, I understand that. How many times while you were there?
Just twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you try to get into another room, but the door was locked?
No.
There was actually 3 times.
Just once that I went in.
Okay.
For the one that was open.
I love that the officers know all the answers to these questions, but they still have to ask it to see if he'll lie. And he's lying. Obviously, he's lying. But they know everything already. I mean, I say just arrest him. To be honest, due process my ass. I don't actually mean that. I respect the law.
This would turn out to be a lie. Mark may have been stopped due to one locked door, but it did little to slow him down, as he brazenly broke into not one, but 2 other rooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
You went in the ones that were
Yeah.
open. Okay. So 2 times, and then only went in the ones that were open.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, you kind of hit the nail on the head. Going into a woman's room
Yeah.
without their permission, touching them without their permission, that's a crime. I'm sure you understand that.
Yeah. I don't know why I would do it like that.
Horniness. You know why you did it. You know exactly why you did it. Stop trying to seem like the victim, you piece of shit. You know? Where's his family member? Where's his dad at? It said in front of his dad. Get Pops out here right now so that he can whoop this dude's ass.
No, I hear you. I hear you what you're saying, and it sounds to me like this is something that you've been kind of battling for some
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a
Are
while.
your parents aware of this?
Motherfucker, this is sexual. This isn't heroin. He hasn't been battling this. He's a deviant. He wanted this to happen.
That you
They
have?
are.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they know what you did in Tahoe? Did
Yeah.
you tell them?
They do.
Okay.
Cap.
When did you tell them?
Well, they found out. I didn't tell them.
Oh,
They found out.
how did they?
Oh, they know.
My sister told them, hey, there's this thing going on over there.
And then they figured
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah. Because
Through the
through my
news.
past. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So when he said it was his first time doing it there, he was implying that he's done this in many other places. So yeah, this man is a danger to all women, it seems, specifically their feet. So hopefully when he gets to jail, none of the guards are females who wear flip-flops.
So your sister saw the news?
Yeah.
Kind of called you out on it?
Kind of, yeah.
Well, why don't you call me? Well, why you make me drive all the way here? Why don't you call me? Come on now.
I'm floored. I don't even have any comment. No commentary. Yeah, why didn't you? Fuck it. Why didn't you call her, man? You already got caught. You might as well turn yourself in at that point. So his family knows he has a history of assaulting women, basically, and they just were okay with it. They still hang out with him. I mean, I understand a mother's love is hard to lose, but I mean, pretty disgusting. Not gonna lie. I'm glad his sister called him out though, instead of like keeping it to the heart. Honestly, she should have gone to the police. She should have ratted him out, to be honest. But family is family.
And I understand where you're coming from. And unfortunately, you are going to have to be held accountable for your crimes. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a warrant for your arrest.
Good.
Okay.
I do appreciate your honesty. Thanks for the conversation. I think that goes a long way to speak to the kind of man that you are.
Does it though? Because if you let him go right now, he's probably just gonna assault more women. He's probably gonna escalate it. So I don't really know if him being honest right here and now in front of the police who know everything already, I don't know if that says much about his character as much as, the assaulting the women and, the sniffing the feet and the masturbating in front of them and their families. I don't know. But I don't know. That's just me.
A lot of guys would just stand here and be like, I don't know what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
The discussion between
Oh,
Mark
there's
and
Pops.
Officer Jenkins is far from over,
In the background.
as he has more jaw-dropping confessions to share. In the meantime, Mark's father has seen the handcuffs go on and has finally decided to get closer to the situation.
Yeah, but at this point, Dad knows why he's getting arrested. He knows that he's been breaking into women's rooms. It was only a matter of time. Yeah, Dad, he had to have seen this coming, right? The whole family had to have seen this coming. He had to have seen this coming. He couldn't have expected to keep doing this forever.
Dad's coming up behind you. Do you want me to inform your dad of what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Hugo. Hi. So he informs me that he's already spoken with you about the things that he did in Tahoe.
What he did?
While Mark's father claims to be unaware of the events, what he says next reveals he knows more than he's letting on.
So he entered the rooms of multiple women. So I have a warrant for his arrest. There's 4 different charges. 2 are burglary, which is a felony in the state of Nevada.
Which he didn't. Is Dad saying that? Hold up.
She didn't steal anything.
It doesn't matter. Burglary is not stealing.
Wait a minute, Dad. You didn't know that he was doing this, but you knew he didn't steal anything? Hold up. You accomplice in him? You like feet too, Dad? Was you the getaway driver? All right, son, go up there and get a sniff. I'll be right here keeping the car running. Make sure to get the sniff profile so that we can extract it from your memory banks and then we can synthesize the smell. What the fuck is going on here?
Burglary in the state of Nevada is defined as entering any structure with the intent to commit larceny, assault, battery, or any other felony once inside.
And I'd say what he did definitely counts as assault.
Touching another person's body against their will is a battery. Okay?
Same difference?
That's included in the statute of burglary. Okay? And then battery and attempted battery. So there's 4 different charges. I'm sorry to, it sounds like he's been struggling with this for quite some time. So unfortunately, I believe he's escalating a little bit. I know he's already seeing a counselor, what he told me, but he hasn't in a minute. Maybe we need to revisit that.
Bro, Dad does not give a flying fuck about any of the victims. The only thing he's worried about right now is getting his son out of jail. And it doesn't even seem like he cares that what he did was wrong. It seems like the protective sort of thing. Because even the fact that he already knew that all of this had already happened and he didn't say anything tells me everything I need to know about the relationship in this family. Your son does crimes and then you cover it up. That's what it seems like to me.
But that's what's going on. So he just asked that I kind of fill you in, and so I wanted to fill you in.
I kind of noticed when we were talking, you were trying to get him to admit something like a type of charge, like something that has to do with.
Buddy, no one even said that. No one even said that. That had nothing to do with anything. That was what?
I don't know if you're aware of his history with Atwater Police Department or Merced County Sheriff's Office. He has prior contacts, and during those contacts, their cases, there was some information given to me that maybe he had been after taking some women's shoes or touching himself.
According to the Atwater Police Department, Mark was suspected of stealing women's shoes from porches and garages in his neighborhood, leading to one sergeant giving him the nickname, the Shoe Bandit.
The Shoe Bandit. I spoke with the Atwater Police Department records and obtained copies of reports they had involving Mark Anthony Gonzalez. I also spoke with Sergeant Lee, patrol sergeant for the Atwater Police Department, who was familiar with Gonzalez. Sergeant Lee referred to the Gonzalez as the Shoe Bandit because he was involved in a number of low cases, some documented, others not documented, where Gonzalez was stealing women's shoes from porches and garages in his neighborhood. So the burglary is a good charge here. He's stealing shoes. Is he stealing pairs of shoes or he's just stealing single shoes? Because it's one thing to steal pairs of shoes and leave these women without foot protection. It's another thing to just steal one shoe and leave them with one foot protected. I don't know. It just seems weirder to me.
But this won't be the only shoe-related incident, as a report will reveal later.
I do think that he has a fetish that's kind
No
of
shit.
of him, and he's having some decision-making issues, and it's escalating. We're going from looking at feet, looking at shoes, stealing some shoes, and now we're touching people and breaking into their rooms, right?
While Mark waits in handcuffs, the second unit Officer Schultz requested has still not arrived.
What are they, pissing on the side of the road? Come on now. This could have gone south by now. What the fuck are they doing? Where's backup?
Hey, it's Schultz from the Douglas County again. Hey, just want to let you know we're code 4 with one in custody. Could one of your units transport him for us, or do we need to transport him to your facility? There's a 20+ ETA. We're 14 minutes out from the facility. We want to just go.
Yeah, I can just take it.
Some backup. Jeez, you call in backup and they're like, we'll get there when we get there. Calm down. What is that? You've got a fucking person in custody and you've got another person who cares? We'll get there when we get there. I gotta piss on the side of the road.
Yeah, that sounds good.
While letting a suspect sit in the front seat beside the arresting officer is unusual, it's the following conversation that takes place between the two that will surely raise a few eyebrows.
Okay, so, I don't know. What are we about to hear? Bro's getting the passenger seat. Riding in the passenger seat is a privilege, to be honest. You know how you're a kid and your parent is like, okay, you can ride up in the front seat. That's a privilege. I don't know, I say throw him in the trunk.
Not going to attack me while I drive, right? No. Well, you say that, but I've had people attack me while I was driving, so I just want to make sure that that's...
That's crazy. He's just putting away his baseball bat. That's crazy, officer. What? Assault while you drive? What?
No, you've been a perfect gentleman, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Left at the stop sign.
Left?
Left.
Yeah, he's a perfect gentleman who fucking assaults women and rubs their feet in the middle of the night.
You be my driver. He's promised he's not going to attack me while I'm driving.
Of course. Why would I do that?
I don't know. People do silly things.
Lady, you're literally talking to a guy who broke into multiple women's fucking rooms and assaulted them and like basically sexually assaulted them. This is one of those people that you're literally. I don't get it. What is? I just don't get it. I get she doesn't necessarily want to piss him off. I guess I don't know, but she's being awful friendly with this guy, and I don't like it.
As the conversation continues, the questions from Officer Jenkins veer more and more into deeply unsettling territory.
If the women had woken up, did you have a plan as to what you were going to do after that?
Just the same thing.
Just winging it?
Yeah.
Just winging it. So what if shit went south? What if one of them woke up and had a gun on them because they slept with a gun because they're afraid of creeps like you? Then what? He's winging it, dude. I'm surprised he made it this far without getting caught.
Did you have a thought or a fantasy of how it might go in your mind?
No, not really.
Did it bother you at all that, like, they were sleeping next to their husband?
Disturbingly, in both instances, the women were not alone. When one victim nudged her husband awake, he reported seeing a shadowy figure at the foot of their bed. After
Yeah, I read that
shouting at
already.
the unknown person, he then chased him through the sliding door, but lost sight of him shortly after.
I guess not specifically the husband, but that they were next to someone that have anything to do with it. But I guess, was it more exciting for you that way because it was a little more scary? Or
No, it's just the same.
so what part of it was exciting for you? Was it the entering the room secretly? Was it the actual feet and legs and being able to touch them? Or what was the most
Probably just
exciting
the
thing
feet,
for you?
yeah.
Give him to him straight. I suppose the most enticing part of he really was in it for the love of the game, and I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest. He was in it for the love of the game. He didn't care that they were with people. He didn't care that they were even women. He just wanted the feet.
Not entering or nothing.
Is there a particular type of feet?
Officer, if you whip out your feet for this man, I'm going to chop my feet off.
That you like?
Not really. Probably just like ones that are nice, nicely groomed. And like, I don't know.
Is it women's feet, men's feet, all
Just
feet?
women's feet.
Just
Yeah,
women's feet?
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't honestly say I've ever watched it. What would foot consist of?
Just doing it with the feet is all
Okay.
it is. It's nothing big.
So like with feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that.
He was gonna rape those women's feet. It just hit me. Why did that just now hit me? He was gonna fuck those women's feet if they hadn't woke up. If their husbands didn't wake up, he was gonna put his dick in their feet. Tase him. Tase him. Tase him now.
Have you ever tried it?
Yeah, I've tried it.
How'd it go?
Good.
Yeah, you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
With a consenting partner?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Right. Consenting. God, I hate this man.
I guess that would help me out. Like,
If you had a consenting
Yeah.
partner?
Yeah.
The officer's line of questioning is far from over, and there's
Oh,
still
goody.
one important question about his behavior she has yet to ask.
Do you think you'll be able to stop? I mean, honestly?
That's a good
If I
ass
had a
question,
partner,
actually.
maybe. Yeah.
Cap, you're just gonna keep doing it even if even if you had a partner, you would just keep doing it. You just keep assaulting people. You would assault your partner. At this point, I'm convinced.
Have you been in like a committed relationship
No.
where that was a thing?
No.
So you're not sure?
No.
Okay.
I've never actually like done that, like dated or anything like that,
Okay.
or like you look.
Really? You don't say.
So just had encounters?
Yeah. Right now, what I'm doing is actually buying the shoes from the woman online, and that's kind of coping with my problem.
Okay.
That's like saying I'm smoking weed right now, actually, to help with my heroin problem. That's not really solving the problem, buddy. It's just you're just prolonging the inevitable. You're just pushing it off until inevitably you get back on the wagon and you keep doing what you're doing. That's not a good thing. It's not healthy.
After his identity in this case was revealed to the public, one woman came forward with a troubling story about an interaction
God.
with Mark on the website offerup.com. The truth
Oh,
of the
God.
matter has not been verified, and the statements made by this individual only reflect their opinion.
Blank said she looked up the person she engaged with on OfferUp and discovered the person she interacted with was Mark Gonzalez. And Blank said the picture on the OfferUp profile for the mail matched the picture of Mark Gonzalez she had seen in the news related to this case. She said Gonzalez was interested in purchasing a pair of high heel shoes from her. She said Gonzalez asked her to put the high heels on her feet, take pictures of her feet with the high heels on, and then send him to high heels on, and then send him the pictures. Blank said she refused to do what Gonzalez requested of her and had no further interactions with Gonzalez through OfferUp.com. Wow, that's helpful.
According to her statement, Mark was interested in purchasing a pair of high-heeled shoes from her, but first requested she put the shoes on and take pictures of her feet. She refused and immediately ceased all communication with him. 9 other postings on his seller profile showed that Mark was attempting to sell or give away various pairs of women's sandals, flip-flops, and high heels, which may be what prompts Officer Jenkins to ask the following question.
Is there a particular type of shoe that you like?
Open-toed shoes.
Okay.
Anything open-toed.
So that
I'm not
show
into
feet.
like the closed-toed or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay, so he doesn't like when the smell marinates. He likes to air it out. He likes a little light foot smell. Okay.
All right. So you got to be able to see the feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had the compulsion to hurt
No.
feet or anything like that, or did you have any thought of hurting the women when you were
no.
touching their feet and legs?
No.
Okay.
Finally arriving at the Merced Police Department, the officers prepare to take Mark in for
Why?
processing.
Why did they have to whip his dogs out?
Ironically, a routine procedure will end up giving Mark a taste of his own medicine.
They shove a sock in his face. Smell it! Smell it! This is what you like! This is what you like!
Lift up the bottom of your feet so I can see the bottom? Yeah. Separate your toes for me? Perfect.
He just got a chub. He just got hard from that.
While it's impossible to know what Mark may have been planning to do next, it's clear that his unsettling obsession was taking a dangerous turn.
Facts.
Shortly after his arrest in Atwater, California, Mark Anthony Gonzalez was extradited to Nevada to face charges where the crimes occurred. He pleaded guilty to 2 counts of felony burglary and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. In addition,
20
Mark
years.
was ordered to pay the families a restitution in the amount of $435.
Wow, $435 fucking dollars to all the families. That's literally probably as much as it costs to have a hotel room in that resort that he was staying in where he committed the crimes. Impeccable justice system. But he got 20 years. 20 years is a long ass time. People have done more than this guy and got far less than 20 years. So I'll take it.
He was later transferred back to his home state, where he remains incarcerated at the Substance Abuse Treatment Facility and State Prison in Corcoran, California.
Wait, why is he at a substance abuse facility? Is he abusing the feet? Is the substance that he's abusing feet fumes? Huh, what an interesting place to put him. Does he have a drug problem that they're not telling us about? What the fuck? But, you know, hey, at the end of the day, this guy is going to go behind bars for a pretty long time. As he should. He basically assaulted all the people whose homes he broke into. So, yeah, I think this is the right call here. Now the only feet he'll get to see are men's feet, and he'll like it. Yeah, well, there's a lot more foot talk in this video than I usually have. Let's see what we got in the comments. First comment: touching children equals 6 years. Touching feet, 20 years. See, that's what I'm saying. People have done much more. People touch children and get less time than that guy. Where's the justice indeed? This is a missed opportunity. They should have called him the Tahoe Toe Toucher. That's a banger. That is a banger nickname, my dude. Tahoe Toe Toucher. What about Tahoe Toe Tickler? Tahoe Toe Tucker? Because he was going to tuck his dick in the... I don't know. Sorry, everyone. The whole time he's probably thinking, I wonder what that cop's feet look like. I feel like that was also like a psychological kind of tactic. If it was a man, he probably would have been a little bit more defensive. He's probably a little attracted to the officer that he was talking to. Led him to be a little bit more cooperative. Just saying. It's a possibility. But who cares? He's booked, and he's not getting out for a long time. When was this? Oh, that's crazy. They actually fucking blurred out the timestamps. Son of a bitch. So I can't know when this happened. Wait. The case file says that the incident in the video happened in 2023. We can assume he's getting arrested in like maybe late 2023, early 2024. So yeah, his fucking sentence, he's probably like 1 or 2 years into his sentence already. 19 more. And he'll be back out in the streets. So you hear that, ladies? In 19 years, this particular predator is going to be coming for you. So you better lock your doors, please, for the love of God. All right, that's all the time I've got. Foot fetishists, I understand that not all of you are bad people, but you gotta admit, there's a pretty big number of bad people in that camp. All I'm saying is, P. Diddy might have liked feet. We don't know. I'll leave you with that. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.